What is up, everybody? Welcome in. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mailman Locks. I am a creator over on X/Twitter with 35,000 followers. I've been capping for around a year now. And yeah, I just wanted to take my analysis over here to YouTube to kind of share with you guys my processes, my thoughts, everything along those lines, kind of expand to a new audience and give you all the goods. So yeah, before we dive into the slate for this Minnesota versus OKC game, I just wanted to bring one little quick thing up. If you are not already, make sure you all join my VIP. Here you can get access to all of my plays, beat the bumps, get them before YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the likes. We have a great community in there, along with our community Discord with over 2,000 members. So if you aren't already, get in there. Right now, we are actually running 6 months for the price of 2 promo to celebrate Memorial Day weekend. A massive promo. I'm never going to put anything out like that again. So if you all are not already in the Dub Club, make sure you join. There'll be a link at the top of the description below. Use that code. Like I said, get 6 months for the price of 2. I'll also put an option down there to get 3 free days of VIP for those of you that have never joined before. So make sure you guys hop on that if you haven't already. And yeah, let's just dive into this slate. All right, so the first play I wanted to go over for this game here tomorrow is going to be Mike Conley over 6.5 points, sitting at -120, -110 on most books right now. Definitely liking this spot. Mike hasn't been fantastic these playoffs, but that hasn't really been his fault. The first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Wolves took on the Warriors and Lakers, both of which kind of played him off the court a little bit. The Lakers more so because of their size, and the Warriors just, the matchups weren't great for Conley because he would have to guard a Pajemski or a Moody, both of whom kind of have the physical advantage over him. But now we're in this OKC series, even though it doesn't look great in the first 2 games. There's a lot of underlying stuff to like, but in these first 2 games, this OKC series is definitely looking like he's actually going to be playable. So looking at these 2 games right here, this is our 2-game sample from the first 2 games in OKC. Conley had 7 points in game 1. Still didn't shoot the ball fantastically. Also, shout out Props Cash. The research site I'm using on this screen right here is Props Cash. One of the best research tools out there. Use code MAILMAN if you haven't already joined up on their site to get 15% off your first month. So yeah, so looking at Conley in these first 2 games, the field goal attempts were nice. We like 8 and 6. That's solid. The percentages, though, this is where the volume could really uptick and we could actually see a swing in the other direction. 25% from the field and 17% from the field in the first 2 games. I know Mike Conley's 37, he's aging out, but I truly don't think he's going to shoot that poorly, especially at home. I did some research on the numbers, and this postseason, Conley at home shooting around 42% compared to, I think, 28% on the road. So definitely a nice uptick there that we could see. Line just feels a little bit low considering the factors that went into game 1. Also, the minutes were super nice in the first 2 games. 22.9 minutes in, I think, a 25-point blowout loss. So he got pulled at the beginning of the fourth quarter, didn't play much there. And then 28 minutes last night in, what was a 15-point loss? He still ended up playing most of that game, but we love to see those minutes compared to the last series where he's playing like 12 to 15 because he was just getting played off the court. So definitely a lot to like there. I definitely like the odds on this as well. I know you can grab at 110 on most books. I like this spot a little bit more than the other ancillary pieces of this series. Talking about like Nickeil Alexander-Walker or Dante DiVincenzo of the like. He caught my eye a little bit, but he's just been so bad. Even at home, these playoffs, he's just been shooting so inconsistent. There's no reason that I see that would turn around anytime soon. The only other one that caught my eye a little bit was talking about Naz Reid. I like his line at a little bit more at like 10.5. It's bumped to 11.5 now, despite his poor shooting in games 1 and 2. So the books definitely accounting for a bounce back for him. I do also like this. It's a lean of mine, but not an official play. But yes, we are rocking with Mike Conley over 6.5 points as our official play number 1. And before we hop into play number 2, I just wanted to mention again that promo I'm running on my Dub Club right now. Get 6 months for the price of 2 Memorial Day sale. It's going to be linked at the top of the description. That will actually take you all the way through to the NFL season, where last NFL season we were putting in some major work. This is just a little example of what we were actually doing last NFL season. And we went 12-1 in week 4. And this is just a little bit of a taste of what we did last NFL season. So make sure you get in there. It's the best value you're ever going to get locking into my premium. So hop on that while you can. Also, we're coming off a major 5-0 WNBA heater. So just another reason for you to join, get into the community, get in the Discord. 5-0 heater WNBA, 3 straight sweeps. We're doing it big right now. So make sure you guys get in there, join up. And now we'll go back into play number 2. Also sticking on the Minnesota side of the ball, I am looking at, let me find his slider. Anthony Edwards, I'm liking him at 4.5 assists. So it's a little juiced right now at 162, but I managed to grab it at 145 on DK. It's still, I think it's still there as of right now as well. So definitely looking nice here. My main point kind of coincides with the Conley play. Is collapsing the paint hard on Conley and Randall drives, like taking 3 or 4 to the ball, leaving those perimeter shooters like Conley, like Jaden McDaniels, like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, DiVincenzo, all wide open. So in the first game of the series, they were doing the same thing, but Ant was kind of stubborn in the way that he was playing. He was forcing up a lot of bad shots, a lot of bad layups, just general bad misses in that one. But in game 2, we saw a nice little change of play. He ended up finishing with 6 assists on 13 potentials. That was fantastic. We love to see that for him. 65 made passes as well, the most of anybody on the Timberwolves. Assuming he plays smart here as well, it kind of coincides with the Conley pick. He should be driving hard, drawing contests from multiple defenders, finding wide open guys on the perimeter. He had 3 assists in the first quarter. If he keeps that same type of pace in this one, we should be golden. Loving that. Great play there. I'm fine if this pushes 5.5. I'll play the juice a little bit for lower units, of course, but I do like that spot as well. So not hard pressed if you can't grab 4.5. I also do like his RA at 12.5 as a pivot, getting easy defensive matchups in this one and grabbing easy weak side boards. So that's another play like right there. Definitely a fan of this one. And then we will hop into our third and final play number 3. This one isn't official. I have not locked in an official play for play number 3, but just looking at some general leans that I'm liking in this one, I would have to say that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander assists is probably the one I'm leaning most heavily into for the sole fact that Minnesota's been guarding him one-on-one. They've been guarding everyone one-on-one, and he's just been having a field day. So if Minnesota, I think if they really want any chance at winning this series, they're going to have to change the way they're guarding Shai, either bringing 2 to the ball or trapping on ball screens, just anything to get the ball out of his hands and keep him from getting to the rim and getting the foul calls, because we all have seen it the first couple games. It's been a little hard to watch at times with all the foul calls, but I think Minnesota and Chris Finch will make some adjustments there. Try to put 2 on the ball a little bit more because like I said, it just wasn't working. 2 double-digit losses for Minnesota in the first 2 games. They have to change something. Also looking at the underlying stats, first 2 games of this series, 9 and 8 assists on 10, and I believe it was 13 potentials in game 2. So the ball is coming out of his hands. It's moving. I don't think they'll double J-Dub, which is another look I was looking at. His assists, I prefer Shai more just because of how dominant he's been just everywhere, getting to the line, driving. So assuming we see more go to the ball in this third game, I'm definitely liking assists as a look. So yeah, I'll take you over a bonus play actually as well while I'm at it. This is a lean, not a heavy lean, but it is a lean. We are looking at Rudy Gobert under PR. And it's actually pushing 16.5 on some books, which I like. I don't like 15.5, but 16.5 is a solid play. Just hasn't been fantastic this series. Just like I said, with Minnesota bringing multiple to the ball on these drives for Ant and Randall. That also means swarming the paint. So Gobert has not had clean looks. You see the usage rate is just completely plummeted. Obviously not a high usage player normally, but just no looks really going his way. OKC's swarming. Caruso's doing work on him. Hartenstein's doing work on him. I also like points under as a pivot as well, because the rebounds, that could just go his way if one bounces. But 6.5 points, do like that. They haven't been fouling him much. Just really haven't been getting many looks offensively. So yeah, those are the 4 plays I like for tomorrow's slate. To recap real quick, we are looking at Mike Conley, 6.5 points. Anthony Edwards, 4.5 assists. And then 2 of our leans would be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over on his assist line, which is sitting at 6.5. And then also a lean of mine, not a hard lean, but a lean, is going to be Rudy Gobert under 6.5 points and under, I believe, 16.5 PR. So yeah, I appreciate you all tuning in. This is, like I said, the first of many videos. Keep an eye out. Keep notifications on. Get to these videos early because these plays will bump. Most of my plays that I post bump generally. So be quick. Like I said as well, make sure you join up the Dub Club. If you want to see learn more about me and my process, make sure you watch this video that's pinned on my profile. I talked to the Dub Club CEO about how I get my edge, how I find the lines, how I use CLV to maximize profit for my community. So yeah, check that out. Appreciate you all joining, and I'll catch you later. Peace.